And here I've got fish. Now, that doesn't sound like a masterpiece at all, I know, but this is leftover cod that I had earlier this week. Well, I'm just going to chunk it up because I can do some stuff with that. And here's some rice. I can throw that in. I can bind that together. And then I've got some onions. These are just red sweet onions that I used to make a timbalo last week, so I can throw those in. And here's some carrots, parsley, you know. I always have that. Throw that in. Let's see, oh, celery. Yeah, this is what I munch on when I'd rather have a hot fudge sundae. I'll put some of that in. Yeah, this is sedano in Italian, in case you're interested. But now this will give a nice color to this, and mostly everyone likes celery, so I'm going to throw some of that in. Carrots, you know, people think of this as rabbit food. But, hey, when you got leftovers, you got to use them up, because I hate to waste food. I'll put some of that in. My son hates carrots, but maybe they'll be disguised in this and he won't even know. So that looks good. And I still have stuff left over. I'm going to have to make another meal after this, so I better put a little garlic in this, I think. Yeah, here's some. I always have garlic on hand. You know, I mince it up, then I just keep it in the refrigerator. But you don't want to keep it too long because then it starts to get a little strong. What am I going to do with this orange? I might as well throw some of this in. This will give a nice flavor, you know. I mean, okay, so it's not lemon juice, but I think orange is going to be really good in this. So I'm going to give that a good squeeze. Good, got rid of that. That's good. What else do I need? Let's see, I got a few breadcrumbs. I always have bread left over, you know. I hate to throw bread away, so I just toast it. Then I smash it down with my rolling pin. You know, this is looking pretty good. A little salt could go in this. A little pepper, too. That looks good. Well, I think I need an egg or something to bind that, you know, because that's never going to stay together. Because now I do have an idea on what I'm going to make. I might as well get a few other things out here, too, because, well, I don't know. You know, using up all these ingredients takes a little bit of imagination. Sort of like that artist, Simone Martini, who used all those neat colors. Well, today I'm going to have to make a masterpiece for supper. A couple eggs will do it. I always have eggs. Forever I'm baking. So 2 eggs ought to bind this. And now you probably have an idea of what I'm going to be making here. You know, the Italians are very good at just whipping up things without recipes. And when you think about it, that's how a lot of cooking, imaginative recipes started, with cooks who just threw things together, had no rhyme or reason for anything. So let's see, that looks pretty good. Now I need to do what the Italians do when they make fish cakes. And that is, well, I've got to put some flour and breadcrumbs and eggs with this. So let's see, what did I do with those eggs? Oh, here they are. So I'm going to need a couple more eggs in here. And now a lot of frying in Italian cuisine starts this way. A lot of neat things are breaded this way. And I just want to whip this up for you. So a couple eggs, get some flour out, and breadcrumbs. And if you don't have fresh breadcrumbs, you probably have boxed breadcrumbs somewhere in your cupboard. So there, that looks good. Now I've got to get this in order. We want the flour first, then the egg, then the breadcrumb. And I need a small plate. It's easier to work on a dish like this with the flour. So I'm just going to spread some flour out. And now, what you need to do here is to, my hands are clean. I washed them as soon as I came home. Get some of this mixture. And you see how colorful this looks already? This is going to be really nice. And just make them into small balls, maybe about the size of an orange. And then dip it quickly into flour, you see? Like so. Just like that. Not too much flour. And then into egg. See? Coat it real well because you want those breadcrumbs to adhere. And then into your breadcrumbs. Looks good, huh? Now, see how quickly that went together just out of leftover ingredients? And now, pick it up carefully and put it into your olive oil. And there's one. Yes, they are beginning to cook up beautifully. And you really want those to brown nicely on both sides. And you'll notice that I did not use any too much oil. I'm not deep frying those. I'm just cooking those a little bit. Now, I really want a sauce to go with those. So let me see what I can do here. Clean up the decks. Those are going to look really nice, and I'm going to have to get some paper out to brown those. Now for a sauce, well, I've got a few mushrooms here. Now those are just button mushrooms. And now, of course, the Italians use all kinds of mushrooms, but one of their favorites are porcini mushrooms. These are just generic mushrooms because this is what everybody would probably have. So I'm just going to cut those up. And now let's see, what else can I use for my sauce? I got to go back to the fridge. Let me see what else I've got. Let's see, wine. Yeah, I think wine will probably do it. All right, mushrooms, wine, red pepper. This will be nice. Just going to cut up a little bit of that. I love red peppers roasted. I don't know about you, but I haven't got time to roast them tonight. Boy, this pepper's starting to get a little old. Yeah, this will go nicely in my sauce. Just going to chop that up. Yeah, dinner's going to be in about 15 or 20 minutes. Let me see how this is doing. They look good. I think I can take those out now. You really want to let those drain well. Are you with me? I'm going to throw all this right in there and let this become the topping for my fish. So in that goes, and I'm going to give that a little bit of salt and pepper, like so. And how about a little parsley? Look at that. That looks like it's been in a museum for a while, doesn't it? I'm going to take the best part of that off and just get that in there. I wish you could smell this. This is smelling wonderful already. And I've only been home for 15 minutes, I want you to know. All right, so I'm going to mix that up. Let me see how we're doing here. Time to add the wine. I'm so glad I'm going to sit down and enjoy this meal. A little wine goes in that. And just going to cook that down a little bit. And, oh, this smells delicious. I think it's ready. So let me see. Get this out. Bring over my fish cakes. Oh, don't they look good? And now I need a pot holder to get this out. I tell you, this really looks wonderful. Now this is from leftovers. There. Look at that. Look at how wonderful that is. There. Well now, there you have it.